You know what? Sorry, let's get the audience back on my side. You know what I was thinking about AI art this weekend? I'm not even going to say anything judgmental. Let's see how you react to this sentence. How do you feel that there's tens of thousands of grown adults out there on the planet that on the weekend are like, you know what I would like to see? Dragon holding a sword. And then they go to an application and type in dragon holding a sword, and then it draws a picture of a dragon holding a sword, and then they go like neuron activation. Some people will probably think that's like human progress. I can see anything I want to see. Some people, I'm not going to say who, like me, are like, really? You have the power of quantum supercomputer at the tips of your fingers, and what you're using it for is like you're typing in like hot lady, and then when it spits out an image, you're like smaller bangs, bigger boobs. Like, you got to start working on your own intelligence. Maybe I am going to be a little judgmental. You got to start working on your own intelligence in order to get the AI to spit out better stuff, bro. Garbage in, garbage out. That's one of like the default principles. Show us your search history. I would gladly. First off, because I know incognito mode exists. Secondly, because my most recently searched term is Toy Story 4 soundbook, because Christmas is coming up. What would you generate? I honestly have no idea. I think that I just don't get art to begin with. But like visual art at least. But AI art is like one step even beyond that. Like I can't, like no human artist is capable of creating the whimsical creations of my imagination. We need the most advanced piece of technology mankind has ever created. And then you type in like Japanese schoolgirl slicing the head of a lizard off with a katana. Like, bro, just, I think people would probably draw that shit for you for free. You could probably pay them, you know, it's probably a nice thing to do, but... Or like the post that went semi-viral this weekend that was like, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to generate with AI. And it was like a recreation of Neo versus Morpheus, but the faces just look like two Pixar dads fighting. And you're like, what are we doing here, bro? Like this just doesn't seem like we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. It looks like, I'm just being impolite, but it's true. It looks like shit. It looks like the original thing, but way, 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 way worse. Not just because, it's obviously worse because you didn't do anything, but it's even worse, like not just for like a yucky reason, it just looks like shit. It's not like I'm jealous, like, oh, that looks so good, I've got to tear you down. It's actually like, it looks like fucking trash, man. If The Matrix looked like that, Keanu Reeves would never have recovered. It's cool that it can make it, but just stop acting like it's like you did something. Sorry, it's a horrible note to end the run on. But did you see the Grinch interview? I did not see the Grinch interview. That should not be surprising though. The Grinch interview. The motherfucker. I thought they killed him at the end of the movie. Didn't he die? Did you see the video from the Brazilian birthday party though of Spider-Man does a backflip and then Black Panther comes in and tries to do a front flip, but his like ankle breaks during the front flip and he falls over, and then he gets up and he goes like this, like I'm okay, and then he does his hero pose and then he clutches his chest and is like I'm okay. Oh man, hang on. I can't play it on stream because it has the audio, but okay, here it is. Oh, Spider-Man hit the gritty. Here comes Black Panther. Pennywise, oh, this is a slippery floor. Don't worry, guys, I'm okay. Black Panther. Oh, I am very sore, though. I am very sore. Oh, man. What about the one where Spider-Man jumps in the pool? Yeah, and then the kids try to kill him. Like, he falls in the pool, and then he keeps trying to surface because, like, his own mask is waterboarding, and the kids keep pulling him under. It's crazy, man. Oh, dude. And people are like, get him, Spider-Man's a capitalist. Why? Because he inherited some Stark technology? Dude's literally, like, 16 years old. Cut him some slack, bro. He should be at the club right now. He's broke? Excuse me, he's not broke. He lives in an apartment in Queens. Steve Jobs, who he really was. So true, dude. On the one hand, Steve Jobs invented the iPhone. On the other hand, he's also like patient zero for founder brain. So I don't know. I guess you got to take the good with the bad. Chiblee, is that real, by the way, that you said his last words were, get away, your breath smells disgusting? Because when I Googled it after, embarrassingly enough, to fact check it, it's like, according to his official biography, his last words were like, oh my God, or something like that. But I want to believe that it was, get away from me, your breath smells disgusting. Or your breath smells like a trash can or whatever. I don't want to know my last words. I don't really care what my last words are. I also saw a great tweet, by the way. I was thinking about this. It's not like I'm dunking on the tweet or I'm believing the tweet wholesale. But it was like, here's, from a palliative care nurse, here's the top 5 regrets people have on their deathbed. And it's always like, not speaking my mind. I shouldn't have worked so hard, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then the quote tweet was like, people are very biased when they're about to die, so I don't trust this. And I was like, you know what? I'm paraphrasing what they said, but I'm like, I think that's fucking true. Just because you're about to die, that doesn't make you like an authoritative source on how you could have made your life better. It's not like you necessarily get struck with like an extreme moment of clarity and you're like, oh, I could have solved all my problems. Like, it changes your perspective, but like maybe there was times you didn't speak your mind as much because you're fucking like gonna get fired if you spoke your mind. Maybe there was times that you worked harder than you should have because you needed to make your damn mortgage payments so like your family had a place to live and stuff like that. Like, I think you gotta take like you gotta ask them what their regrets are like every 10 years and then collate that into, like, tell me what someone who's like 30's regrets are and then compare them to the regrets at 40 and then compare it to the regrets at like 90. I'm not willfully taking IBS. It would be disrespectful to my friend Chiblee. I'm not saying I'd be like, oh, Grandpa, sorry, like you're really biased right now. I can't take your opinion seriously. I'm simply saying I don't look at that and say like, oh, there's inherent actionable wisdom that I could apply to my own life. Because I think if I'm already not working that hard, to be honest. But I think if you look at that and you're like, oh, I should start working like less hard, it's entirely possible when you're on your deathbed, you're like, man, I should have worked like a little harder. I shouldn't have taken that advice so seriously, bro. My ass got a little lazy and I suffered as a result of it. Clip it before he calls me lazy again. Who are you? Can't just ask the librarian to clip. I'm the person who asks the librarian to clip things. Only me and the librarian have that kind of like jurisdiction, okay? And fauna? Sure, and fauna. I'm just pretending to be part of the team. I don't really know what's going on with all that. But I know when I say fauna, people go, fauna! It's hard to resist the call, you know? Look at that, Silly Rice Krispie gifted 5 subscriptions. Thank you so much, thank you, I appreciate it. Holy cow, it's 12:40 already. We will not be losing Isaac today. Hey, librarian, thanks for the gifted subscriptions, thank you. Oh, tears down! You did that. You did that. Neil Perk is a great rap name. Did you guys see the Nick Saban got the double sleeve in his Ferrari? Maybe like a soft baguette. Okay, triple sleeved. Wow. Now that you know it, what does it mean? He's got mud in there? Yeah, I know that. But what is mud? It's lean. Bro, there's no way Nick Saban's driving around in his Ferrari Testarossa drinking triple sleeve mud. I don't buy it. I think he probably just had like a hot coffee or something. Why do you need to double or triple sleeve lean? It's just a simple question about thermodynamics. It gets too hot in one cup. Is it considered like gauche? Is it something the nouveau riche do to add ice cubes to the lean? Or is that considered copacetic? You do put ice on it. You don't want the ice to melt, so you double sleeve it. Okay. All right. I'm starting to pick it up. I told you, I'm a vibe preserver. If I'm at a function and then they start drinking triple sleeve cups of mud, like I don't want to be out here asking these questions. I want to have done my required reading before I show up. It would be sick to start drinking out of a triple sleeved cup tomorrow on stream and don't say anything. Oh, man. And then just start talking slower and slower. No, actually, I'm not neurotypical, so lean has the opposite effect on me. It actually, it gets me like really, really excited. Like I start talking even faster. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your mom at the... whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It wasn't going to even be funny. It wasn't going to be offensive unless you're very, very easily offended, but it wasn't going to be funny, so it's not a big deal. Dude, 30-minute Tenacious D ride would go crazy, though. You know, I forgot about this tech right here. Please don't type the lyrics from that dude on Twitter, the Jamaican rapper who kind of looks like Mathis. Please, it'll make me laugh every time I see it. I'm not repeating any of it.
God damn, she get it wrong. Big bomber class, spliff a bust inna me head. A sexy gal say she want to give me head. When me fuck pussy, pussy turn red. Gymnastic, now the pussy dead. When me day a Portmore down on Agos head. West Cumberland, Waterford, Tree West.
I'm not repeating it. You can keep typing them. I'm not repeating them, okay? About a 30-minute Island Boys ride. I'm up for it as long as they include their #1 track. The one that they did on Cameo for the dude who got fired from the military for getting a DUI.
Do not kick Sergeant Vasquez out, cause he's an island boy. Oh, I know he got his DUI, but give him a second chance. There's always room for a second chance.
Please don't court-martial Sergeant Baker, cause he's an island boy. Just trying to make it, just trying to make it. Oh, man. The world is still crazy, for sure. Like, in a mental illness way. I do want to say, I think we all have a bias, probably from just reading the internet a lot, to think that it's getting worse every year. It's a little better now than it was in 2020. 2020 was a fucking... You know when people say, like, my life is a movie for real? Well, that was a movie for real, but it was directed by, like, Ari Aster. Like, that, it was... Sometimes you'll get, like, a... Hey, remember this 3 years ago? And you're like, what the hell were we doing, man? Tiger King, sure. You think long hair on men looks good? It's not for me to say. But I will say that one dude who refused to get in an argument with the TikToker farming content with the low ponytail and the Bluetooth earbud and the zipper, he's doing a lot of rehabilitative work for men with ponytails.
LGBTQ rights or economic stability?
Why can't you have both?
You need to pick one.
I refuse the question.
You can't refuse the question.
I do.
But you can't.
But I did.
But you need to pick one.
No, I don't.
I just said you did.
So what?
Can you pick one?
No, because they're both doable.
No. Only one.
I don't have to pick one because you can have both.
But the answer is, both is not an answer. It's not a valid answer.
I reject your question.
You can't reject it.
I just did.
Can you pick one?
I don't have to.
Why?
Because they're both completely doable.
So LGBTQ rights or economic stability?
Both.
That's not an answer.
Yes, it is.
LGBTQ rights or economic stability?
Both.
Are you trying to troll me?
No.
I'm just wondering which one you like more.
I like them both.
You can't have both.
Yes, you can.
Not in this question.
Too bad.
Why are you trolling me right now?
Because I don't have to choose.
All right, what if I had to ask you gender inclusivity or economic stability?
You can have both.
You can't. Why you make this so difficult? I'm trying to pass my final.
Too bad.
Which one do you pick?
I pick them both.
But that's not a valid answer.
Too bad. Thank you.
Thank you.
When I was a teenager, a man with a ponytail, it had negative connotations associated with it. for a number of possible different reasons. But he's bringing it back, man. He's bringing it back. They had a cultural reset, and now he's rehabilitating the image. And I love that for him. Not that I can grow my own ponytail, but he rehabbed the classic nerd archetype. I know, I was so happy for him. It was they did a false dilemma, and this dude was the CEO of Logical Fallacies. He said, I refuse to interface with your question. We can do both. He stayed calm. He stayed above the fold. He seriously brought back, like, debate bros got 1% less detestable based on his behavior in that discussion. I think logic has gone too far. We need to go back to feelings and irrationality. So I disagree in a way. I'm not trying to get into a debate, despite being someone who enjoys logic. I think what social media has illuminated for me personally is that we should still strive to be logical. However, we should stop trying to understand and be an expert on absolutely every single issue. I think there's a lot of pressure these days. I feel it, but I'm sure if you're a young person who grew up thinking this was like the normal way that society was, like, it's probably even more pressure. You're like, you've got to know the context of everything. You got to know everything that every musician has ever said on every Instagram live and social media platform that they've ever been on, and, you know, every lawsuit that every Hollywood actor or actress ever got hit with in 1971. Like, not even to mention, like, all the global stuff that's going on, especially throughout the infiniteness of human history. Like, you can, it's good to learn about all of that stuff, don't get me wrong, but it's also like the idea that someone who hasn't, you didn't know that Anthony Anderson got accused of sexual assault in 2003, but then he paid hush money to get it. Well, then fuck you for enjoying Scary Movie 3, you know? I think it's just there's a lot of pressure these days to have like an encyclopedic knowledge of absolutely everything that's happened in the history of planet Earth, you know? It's good to educate people, but it's also good at the same time to, you know, recognize that everybody has blind spots. I also think we should I think we should bring back feelings and irrationality about things that don't actually matter. Like if it's, what do you want to eat for breakfast? Go with whatever you feel, even if it's irrational. I don't really care if you want to eat an ice cream sandwich for breakfast. It's a little crazy in my mind, but I'm not going to get in an argument about it. Now, when it comes to, more serious stuff, like should you be pouring your cooking oil down the drain? There's logic to apply there. If you own the house, no, you shouldn't pour your cooking oil down the drain. If you're a renter, well, how busy are you? Because if you're busy, you may find that it's just one of the easiest ways to dispose of it, quite frankly. Bombs away, baby. It literally causes no problems. You will get away with it. You see that tweet? I know we haven't done much of you see that tweet today. You see that tweet where the guy said, I guess it's confirmed that I'm getting a vasectomy, and it was his wife bought him all the snacks that have like double entendres for getting your nuts smashed off? It was like, well, the one that stuck with me was the one that it was like the cream pies, and then they put unlimited in front of it, so it looked like, that's just disgusting. Like, even if that's the point, it's just gross. It's an insane thing to put on. But then, yes, that's what I was gonna talk about, was all the insane replies, bro. I previously thought that blue checks were mostly just people addicted to gambling, aka like overinvested in cryptocurrency, Elon Musk garglers and stuff like that, AI art, people who reply to like every tweet with a bespoke AI art generated piece for no reason whatsoever. I didn't realize that they're also insane anti-vasectomy people. The bro has 3 kids or something like that, and they're like, if you get a vasectomy, your wife won't respect you. Imagine getting your nuts chopped off because your wife asked you, and you're like, bro, they have 3 kids. What are you talking about? What did you expect? I expected what my reaction was, which is like, dude, your wife wrote unlimited cream pies. It's just like an expression that shouldn't be entered into the public record. I thought people would be like, couldn't she have phrased that in a less indelicate way? What's a cream pie? Chiblee, you know what a cream pie is. It's the link that one person posted in your chat that one time from xboobs.com. It's like when a couple says they're pregnant at a family gathering or something like that, then everybody knows the dude busted inside. Well, like, that's just you. That's on you, okay, to be honest. Now, when they got the shirt that's like, you know, I'm the turkey, he's the baster, like, that's a different situation. Yeah, like, I made the stuffing. That's the one I'm talking about. But, like, if someone's like, I've got great news, we're pregnant, and then your first thought is like, that dude came inside of his wife, it's like, you know what'll really blow your mind is that probably was not the first time. That might have even been like the 90th time or something like that. Like, you gotta touch grass a little bit. Your brain is a little bit broken. It might have been like the 500th time, honestly. If that's your reaction to people telling you stuff, people are gonna stop telling you stuff.
Guys,
hello.
I killed Peter Griffin in Fortnite.
Yay!
Yes.
Finally.
Did he drop the like the Matador dance on you and get a second health bar?
No, he went.
He does grab his leg, yeah, and then he drops a legendary shotgun.
No, he dropped a Peter Griffin coin, and then I used it on a vault, and I got a bunch of loot.
Yes, he does have a medallion that allows you to access the Peter Griffin weapon vault.
The more that you keep talking, the more I want to die.
It's all true.
Like, this is all real.
Like, keep going. I'm almost there.
He has a stash of gold bars in his vault that you can then use to upgrade the weapon at the weapon bench inside of the Peter Griffin Family Guy vault.
Peter.
Do you know what? They have Guitar Hero in that game.
They do.
They do.
That shit's fun.
I saw a clip of someone getting downed, and then the person who downed them picked them up and dragged them to a room, and then just started doing the vocal track from Buddy Holly.
Yes, there's Buddy Holly in it.
These homies dissing my girl. Why do they gotta front? What did we ever do to these guys that made them so violent?
And
No,
like
dude,
you're
I'm
at
gonna
their
spend, like-
whim. Like you can't do anything to stop it until they kill you or you tick out.
Crazy. It's like it's in Fortnite itself.
Yes.
Buddy Holly is in Fortnite,
That's
yes.
insane.
And there is a full-fledged like Guitar Hero game mode with
I know there was a
multiple
game mode.
difficulties.
I just didn't think it was in like Battle Royale.
No, it's not in Battle Royale. The game mode's separate, but the Buddy Holly is still in the entire game.
Well, how would someone drag you to it?
Well, you can just Buddy Holly in general. Just like how you can like Rap God or something, or like Venom. Venom! Like you can just hit it, dude.
Okay. It's like
In an emote.
Yes.
You can hit it in an emote, but you can
Okay,
also play it in
okay.
the Guitar Hero mode.
Oh, stole me. Stone man buys a stoat each time he can sell me. It became level 3 lioness stone man. That's not even how it goes. Oh, it's Friday. It's the first full work week I've had in a while.